this flight is with Allegiant Airlines. It's a virtual airline, one of the ones that I fly for. Also, I want to give a shout out to Bravo. Bravo, if you haven't looked at some of their enthusiastic wares, you can go to their website. You can find that also, their information in the comments or in the information section on this flight. And go check them out. I really appreciate them. I will be releasing a new livery at the first part of the week, and I'm excited to display that for y'all. That will be the livery that it will be more of the brand livery that I use most of the time. So this airport here, we're at what we call just a simple regional airport, large enough for a 737 to take off. What I love about 737-800 is you don't need much runway. It's amazing. It's efficient. We're cold and dark, and we're going to see if we can go ahead and get set up and get on our way. We're flying to Las Vegas. Flight should be it's about a 45-minute flight, and short of the prep time that we're taking to get into that flight, it should not be a very long flight. First things I do, by the way, and I'm going to walk you through some of what I do. I'm using a 3-screen system in my setup for where I'm flying from. But I also, some of the things that I'm using here in order to fly is our flight was set up on SimBrief. Can't say enough for SimBrief. We're a flight, by the way, Allegiant 90 today. It's the flight that we're going out on. And our flight plan right now looks like we're going to be flying at about 31,000 feet, 310. Our total time in flight, that we've got roughly an hour and 5 minutes. The block time's about an hour and a half. By the time you add up the time we're on the ground, approaches, everything. And so our cruise altitude will be 310. It is, if you see it's California, it's still dark in California, so we'll probably, I don't know if it'll lighten up by the time we get there. I'm flying out of the Eastern time zone, so it's light here. But when from California there, we should see it lighten up a little bit along the way on this flight. Our burn should be about, we're going to burn about 6,800 pounds of fuel. We're going to load about 17 pounds of block fuel, it says, with 184 passengers on a 737-800. We're on the Zibo model. That's our model of choice that we love. I fly for Allegiant, which is a virtual airline. Awesome. Here in our flight summary today, of course, will be Monterey Regional here to Reed International in Las Vegas. And I have all of the information I need, I think, for us to get going. Weather, like I said, it's kind of really iffy today. We are going to be flying with the assistance of Say Intentions, and just to show you the interface of Say Intentions, it is another one. You can find the link in the information section. Say Intentions, it really blows my mind. We will have a co-pilot today that I will be interacting with. He's very easy to work with. In fact, we can anyway, Say Intentions. We're gonna let's go ahead and we'll get Brian to go ahead and get our IFR clearance, get our flashlight on. I always do this if it's really dark. I don't want to hook up the external power because we're not going to be on the ground that long. So I'll go ahead and just use my aviation flashlight and close my battery guard. I'm going to go ahead and
Monterey clearance, Vision Jet 3786 Echo, with information Papa, picking up IFR flight.
I'm firing up the APU right now.
Cleared to Flagstaff, radar vectors S and S, known as filed, climate maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 133.0, squawk 3156, Vision Jet 3786 Echo.
And
Vision Jet 86 Echo, read back correct.
Brian, would you go ahead and get our IFR clearance?
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Steve. Could you clarify?
Yes, I can. Brian, can you get our
IFR clearance?
There. Yeah, sometimes we get a little confused there. We'll be all right. If you notice there,
Monterey clearance, Allegiant 90 requesting IFR clearance with Oscar.
Okay, we're gonna turn and get the buses up.
Allegiant 90, cleared to Las Vegas, radar vector Salinas, then as filed, climb and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 31010 minutes after departure. Departure on 133.0, squawk 6524.
Monterey clearance, Allegiant 90 cleared to Las Vegas, radar vector Salinas, then as filed, climb to and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 133.0, squawk 6524.
Allegiant 90, read back correct.
There we go. Let's get up that panel a little bit. I like being able to see my lights. We're going to go ahead and cut the recirculating fans off because we'll need some of that pressure here shortly.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 90, heading to Las Vegas. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you.
That's Caroline.
If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to our wonderful crew, including myself, Caroline, and my colleagues, Jake, Emily, and Ryan. We're here to help. Thank you for choosing Allegiant Air, and we hope you have a fantastic flight.
Okay, we're going to turn some of our panel lights up here. We'll need to be able to see it. See how that makes it a little bit easier to see the dash. Over here, let's turn up our co-pilots too. There you go, Brian. All right. Okay, we need to start our IRS alignment. So we're going to go up to the IRS settings. Okay, that's coming. That'll take a little. That takes a little bit for it to do that, but it's doing its thing. While that's happening, we're going to go down to our checklist.
Clear GFR, fly
Still preliminary battery switch. APU is up. IRS is up.
Squawk 3457 with whiskey for Cessna 49 Bravo Alpha. Contact ground for Cessna 49 Bravo Alpha.
Make sure the damper's down there.
Cessna 9er Bravo Alpha contact Monterey ground on 120.875. Have a good day.
0.75 for Cessna Bravo Alpha.
Let's check our panels out here. The voice recorder is on auto. That's where it will stay for the duration of the flight. Got our aligning going on there. Mach airspeed test. That's a noise we don't want to hear. There we go. And our stall warning. What? Okay. Someone can tell, and maybe if a real pilot's on here, I was doing stall warning. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. My Mach airspeed, I do like knowing that that's working. I'm not sure why that's doing that. We'll go back and check that. So go here of our flight controls. Got yaw damper already up. Those will be coming up after we start. I usually wait until I'm through with all of this, what I'm doing now, to start cutting on every single switch. There's nothing I'm changing there yet. We'll get to that. Let me go back to our IFR clearance for a moment and see what our squawk was there. It says we're to be squawking 6524. Squawk 6524. Because they're going to be fussing at us soon about that if we don't have that set correctly. Six five. Two four 6524. So we should be good for that. It says there we're cleared to Las Vegas. Radar vectors are Salina. Then as filed.
Request 35 departure to the east. I have Yankee. 05 departure to the east approved at or below 4,500. Frequency 133.0. Squawk 5753. Expect runway 28 left.
Comanche 72 Charlie, read back, correct?
Right, let's go ahead.
Clearance, November 3772 Charlie, ready for taxi.
Set this up. If you notice, our horizon, nothing's looks correct yet because it doesn't have any reference points that have the RS settings position, and that's why we've just copied. That's what I did. I just copied the settings for that, and I'm going to be putting those settings in here. And you're going to notice some changes. There we go. I also use a secondary app that lets me do this on the iPad. If you'll watch the right screen on your right, I can actually make some of these changes here. In fact, on that side of the right, I'm using the right screen, and then the left screen, I'm doing this for y'all. Okay, let's load those settings. It says here, yep, we are good to go. We're going to go ahead and activate this, so that we can go over to our AVI or our panel and our airside services, and we're going to load this FMS settings and these services here. It's letting us know how much cargo that we're going to be loading, how much fuel we're going to be taking with us, and we're going to activate that. And if you notice, you're going to see a lot of busy activity starting to come up here. We're going to get us fueled up. I don't have it set on real time. I think I do have it set to be a little quicker. It just helps us not wait all day for this. But if it were in real time, we'd probably be here for about 20 to 30 minutes as they load. That's beautiful, by the way. We're on that's the California coast.
6 Foxtrot Alpha, thank you, going to ground.
Skyhawk 6 Foxtrot Alpha negative, remain this frequency for VFR clearance.
Monterey Regional clearance delivery, Skylane 904527 at ramp, departing San Jose International, heading 340 at 3,500, VFR with information X-ray.
Skylane 904527 Monterey clearance, I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
One thing that he has placed us on is that he says that we're to fly the radar vectors Salinas, and I'm going to see what I need to do to place that in our navigation.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go. So it's having us cleared to Las Vegas, radar vector Salinas, then as filed, climb and maintain 3,000 initially, and we will make sure that we have that set. I think we're ready. Brian, can you go ahead and get push and start clearance?
I'll request pushback and start clearance now.
Monterey ground, Allegiant 90 requesting clearance for pushback and engine start.
Allegiant 90, pushback and engine start approved, tail northwest.
Okay.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo taxi to holding point Delta 2 via taxiway Kilo and Lima.
Taxiing to holding point Delta 2 via Kilo and Lima Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo.
Honda Jet 273 Charlie, Monterey ground, taxi to parking via Alpha. Have a great day.
By the way, this is
okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Bye-bye.
And Kim Poncho, step up is really pushing it start to do this.
that is beautiful. You know, I would say that about California. It may be really messed up politically, but it is a nice place. It's beautiful. Caroline, you doing okay?
Oh yes, Captain, I'm
Tow
doing well, thank
connected
you
and
for
bypass
asking.
pin in
Just
service.
making sure
Release
everything's in order
parking
for
brake.
boarding. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, let's get some engines going here. we're looking at this number here. So it comes up to 18, 19, 20, pushing up 21, 22.
The cabin is ready for departure, Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 90, heading to Las Vegas. We are delighted to have you with us today. Our captain, Steve Good, and our first officer, Brian Song, are at the controls.
Just
along with me, your lead flight
point of
attendant,
reference.
Caroline. We have 4
This
wonderful
middle
members,
switch
Jake,
that
Emily,
has
Ryan, and
left
Sarah,
and right
who
on
are here
it
to ensure
does
your
not have
comfort
to
and
be
safety throughout
in
the
the right
flight.
direction
We
for
expect
the
a flight
engines to
time of
start.
approximately 1 hour and 5 minutes. Now, let us go over some important safety information. First, please make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift
Operation
the buckle.
complete.
We
Set parking
recommend
brake.
keeping your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated, just in case we encounter any unexpected turbulence. In the event of a loss of
Disconnecting
cabin
tow.
pressure,
Stand
the
by.
oxygen mask will drop down from the compartment above you. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, securing it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on first before assisting others. For our water landing
Alright,
procedures,
we've got
swim
engines
vests
started.
are located under your
We'll start
seats.
our process here.
To use the swim vest, pull it out and
Gulfstream
place it
671 Golf Sierra, follow the Falcon, then continue to gate Foxtrot 4.
into the tube.
Following the Falcon, continuing to gate Foxtrot 4, Gulfstream 671 Golf Sierra.
Now let us talk about
Hydraulic
the
pumps.
emergency exits.
Monterey ground,
There are
Piper
two exits
64,
in front of
9
the
for
cabin,
Papa.
2 over the wings, and
Piper
2
9
at
or
the
4
rear.
Papa, go ahead.
Please take a moment to locate
Probes.
the nearest exit,
Monterey
which may be
ground, Piper 9
behind
for
you.
Papa.
In the event of
Northwest,
an
ramp
emergency,
request.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant
This
flight.
these are auto. Packs on auto. Isolation valve auto. We have engines started, so we want to give engine, bus it over to the engines. APU off. Runway lights on. Landing lights on. Seat belts on. And bleed, APU bleed can be off. RTO. Anti-skid. Anti-ice is on. I'm going to leave anti-ice off unless I need to begin it on climb. Also, I'm setting my engines both to continuous for takeoff. Make sure everything's set here. Brian's is set with mine. His screen while we're traveling initially, I'm going to bring it up a little bit, or I'm going to give him about 80 miles. So he's on map. VNAV's going to be our initial. Take ours up too. Everything looks good there. Our squawk is 6524. I am double checking our squawk code.
Tornado 892 Tango Oscar, proceed to holding point Charlie 2 via taxiway Echo and Foxtrot.
Proceeding to holding point Charlie 2 via Echo and Foxtrot, Tornado 892 Tango Oscar.
one thing I want to do, I want to turn the panel up just a little bit. I like being able to see the digits. We're not worrying, by the way, with our nav radio settings until we're on our cruise. That way we can kind of focus on what's important right now. I didn't test that. Yeah, it's working. Old coffee. KMRY. I'm making sure I pulled up the right settings earlier. Let me see. On our Navy tab. I didn't. You notice here what I did? KMYR. It's supposed to be KMRY. So I want to see how that changes our altimeter setting. Yeah, we're at 3031. That's why we check and double check. So we want to be sure that that altimeter setting is corrected. So 3031. It's not like it's day and night, but I think it's important to be accurate. 3031 now. Okay. All right. Brian, can you get our taxi clearance?
I'll get our taxi clearance now.
Monterey ground, Allegiant 90, ready to taxi. We have Oscar.
Allegiant 90, taxi to runway 28 left via Alpha.
Runway 28 left via Alpha. Allegiant 90.
You could say I'm cheating right now because I just wanted to take a camera to the end of the runway and take a gander at it. That says 28 left, and they already did tail us in the right direction, so we're ready to go.
Learjet 333, Lima Juliet, hold short of taxiway Delta traffic crossing ahead.
Holding short of taxiway Delta Learjet 333, Lima Juliet.
Piper 823, Charlie Hotel Monterey, ground taxi to general aviation parking via Alpha, good day.
Taxi 58, parking via Alpha, Piper 823, Charlie Hotel.
Monterey ground, here, 39 off. Yes. Requesting taxi for departure.
Caroline, we're taxiing and we're heading to runway 28 left.
Okay, Captain, we're on our way to runway 28 left.
like paving job. Some of that California money. Everybody say a prayer for the California residents who are suffering through the fires right now. It's crazy. Prayers go out to them. Here we are, 28 left. Brian, would you please get us takeoff clearance?
I'll get our takeoff clearance.
Flaps 5.
Monterey Tower, Allegiant 90, holding short of runway 28 left. We're ready for departure.
Allegiant 90, Monterey Tower, runway 28 left, winds calm, fly heading 280, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 28 left, heading 280, cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 90.
Got it. 280 initially. We're set for that 280 at 6,000. We're not going to engage VNAV or LNAV until we're cleared. I love how they have that runway position. You ready? Right? Toga? Toga. This is a beautiful runway. Good job, guys.
80 knots. D1, rotating.
Rotating.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Autopilot's engaged. 280, 3,000 feet. Initial climb.
1,000.
Allegiant 90, contact departure on 133.0.
Switching to departure on 133.0. Allegiant 90.
Thousand to go.
Flaps retracted.
NorCal departure. Allegiant 90. Morning, climbing through 1,000.
Allegiant 90, NorCal departure, radar contact, cleared direct Salinas, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Cleared direct Sierra, November Sierra. Climb and maintain flight level 200. Allegiant 90.
American 1877 traffic at 11 o'clock and 10 miles westbound, 5,400 for 2,000 is a 757, expect to follow. Following the traffic. American 1877.
3009er. 22 Hotel.
Cirrus SR 2229 Hotel, climb and maintain 4,000.
Allegiant 90, contact Oakland Center on 127.45. Switching to Oakland Center on 127.45. Allegiant 90. Oakland Center, Allegiant 90, morning, maintaining 3,000 feet.
Allegiant 90, Oakland Center. Good morning, Monterey altimeter 30.31.
I'm leaving. I'm going ahead and turning landing lights off. Runway lights off. Takeoff lights are off. We are cleared for climb. So we'll begin our climb. So far we're cleared at 220. So we'll go at 220.
Allegiant 90, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210, Allegiant 90.
I think they changed on that. Yeah, a level 2200. Initially, they changed on us. Okay. I love this visor. Love it. Like I don't have to keep looking down. RTO back to off. Let's check We'll check our climb and cruise right now. Landing lights are off. Passenger signs on. Altimeter cross check. Switching to standard.
Lufthansa 421, heavy climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climbing to flight level 370, Lufthansa 421, heavy.
Level 6000, United 510.
United 510, contact NorCal approach on 120.9er.
0.9er, United 510.
And just so y'all don't have to keep wondering where we are, I'm going to let you see our Navicraft chart right there. I'll give you a reference point about where we are.
Allegiant 90, climb flight level 280.
280. Okay.
Climb flight level 280, Allegiant 90.
Dear guests, we are now at a safe altitude and you may use your electronic devices. Please ensure that your devices are in airplane mode. Oh, and just a quick note, after our meal service, we will be coming around with items from the Allegiant Air Shop for you to browse. Thank you.
It's a cool shot. It is. We are 17 nautical miles from Sierra, November Sierra. We should be at about 190 when we get to that waypoint. while we're up here, we're going to go ahead and go to KLAS's setting. We're going to be coming in on runway 26 left, and we need some KLAS information.
Allegiant 90, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Cirrus 446. Sierra Papa, remain outside Bravo airspace contact approach on 123.45.
Remaining outside Bravo, switching to 123.45, Cirrus 446, Sierra Papa. Climb and maintain flight level 310, Allegiant 90.
So coming into Las Vegas on 26 left, that places us at 111.50, frequency 2,048 feet, mean sea level. So we'll put that at 2,050, it's the closest we can get. So 111.50 frequency. I don't think it's too early, and any real pilots out there, you want to let me know if I'm placing that frequency in there. If it's ever too early to place the frequency in there, let me know. Like I said, I'm not an instructor. I am a UAV licensed pilot, drone pilot, who happens to love 737s. Let's review a little bit of the legs we're taking. So right now it says while we're at Puxon, we're climbing, so we're at 282 Intel. We should be at 310 by the time we hit Intel. We will stay at 310 through scan, and when we get to Fletcher, we'll begin to drop to 240. Begin our descent.
Southwest 653, descend and maintain flight level 280. Descending to flight level 280, Southwest 653. United Niner 13, Oakland Center, roger. Niner 13, contact Oakland Center on 128.7.
Over to 128.7, Niner 13.
While we're at KLAS's information, we can also look at the charts. I think I can. Sometimes this acts up a little bit. Yeah, it's acting up now. Fussing at before. There we go. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes that can, like if I'm having trouble with my keyboard location, keys, back and forth, usually it has something to do with the AV tab. Do not know why. Don't know completely why. Come back out of it and go back in. Try it again. Not know. I have no idea. You notice our altimeter for our destination's 3045. I'll come back to that.
November 245, Mike Charlie, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Climbing to 10,000 feet, November 245, Mike Charlie.
127.5, 47 Mike.
JetBlue 47 Mike, contact NorCal approach on 127.15.
Center 0331.
All right. Our look distance to our destination is 330 miles currently.
Thousand to go.
Almost at our top cruising altitude. I'm going to free up people to join not having a seatbelt on. Carolina seatbelt signs is off.
Okay, Captain. I'll make sure the seatbelt signs are on and remind the passengers to fasten their seatbelts.
Caroline, what I was saying was
Ladies and gentlemen,
seatbelt signs are off.
Altitude, and I hope you're all feeling great. We'll be starting our snack and drink service shortly, and I must say, our delicious pretzel bites and refreshing beverages are a must
No,
try.
she doesn't listen good.
After the service, we will also have some exciting items from the Allegiant Air Shop available for you to browse. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you, Captain. I'll let the passengers know they can move about the cabin.
climb and maintain flight level 380. Climbing to flight level 380, Hawaiian 645.
Alright, let's check our descent.
Piper 96 Tango, contact NorCal approach on 124.4. 124.4, Piper 96 Tango.
We're
Bulldog Alpha
probably about
Foxtrot, Bravo
207
Uniform Lima,
nautical
Oakland
miles
Center.
from our
I'm not
top-
seeing your transponder.
top
Confirm
climb.
squawking 6521 mode C. Ident one more time for me.
We might come down a little bit sooner. Usually I start descent a little bit sooner, so that we aren't picking up too much speed on the way down. I don't have to use as much air brake. Give you all the reference point there. We are. Kicking the turbos. We're about to go by an airport here. What airport is that? Wow, it's just a nice airport. It's Fresno. It's Fresno. I do sometimes fly out of Fresno. That's a nice airport. They won't give us the time of day because we're at 310, so they don't care.
Delta 1562, expedite descent to flight level 240, traffic ahead.
Expedite descent to flight level 240, Delta 1562.
American 228, Oakland Center, roger. Tracy altimeter 3012.
Altimeter 3012, American 228.
American 228, descend and maintain 8,000.
I'm going to go ahead and put our anti-skid at 2.
Allegiant 90, contact Oakland Center on 132.8.
Contacting Oakland Center on 132.8. Allegiant 90. Oakland Center, Allegiant 90, morning, maintaining flight level 310.
Allegiant 90, Oakland Center, good morning.
Delta 246, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climbing to flight level 320, Delta 246.
29, KVM 1981.
LA Center, American 2, Oakland Center, American 2456 at flight level 380.
American 2456, Oakland Center, good evening.
What I'm looking at here on the chart is our path. Gives us an idea too of our glide scope where we need to be and when. So we got a hard stop on 8,000 mandatory. 8,000. That pre-node. I don't know if I need that vector right there. I don't think I do. Because if I'm coming in on a bearing 8.3, 2.3, I don't know if I'm going to need that. Redland on my 30, that 3,800 feet mark. I'm going to take off the vector on our plane. Also, since we're at cruise now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take our altitude setting down. This will be, if that altitude setting is not changed or it's still sitting on the 310 when VNAV's time to descend comes, it will just sit there. And you'll be scratching your head going, why am I not descending? Well, that's why. So I'm going to leave that on to 2100. As long as we stick to the plan, plans can change. ATC can change things. We'll leave it there. I have learned about, especially about
Allegiant 90, Oakland Center, expect the cocktail 4 arrival. I'll have you descending in about 20 minutes.
Delta 401, cleared direct to Delta Alpha November VOR.
Cleared direct to Delta Alpha November VOR, Delta 401.
Expect the cocktail 4 arrival, descending in about 20 minutes. Allegiant 90.
We're good for that. We're already out. There's nothing we have to change for that. Awesome. So we're good. We're about 132 miles from descent. Usually the descent begins a hair early. And sometimes and when I know that I'm cleared to descend, and the VNAV is ready to descend, I sometimes go ahead and get clearance a little bit early. anything I can do to keep my speed and my rate of descent where it needs to be, I'll do it. I'm still learning, by the way, very much so, still learning about proper descent, how to get the plane down in the right timing. Almost to Kebab. Yep, we're about to come from Kebab. We're going to be heading toward Tisabza. This is not about 40 nautical miles there. Something else that Navgraph Charts does is it's got your, if you want to keep up with weather, we can bring up weather, get an idea what things look like, which quite frankly, out here in Nevada, it doesn't look that bad. Get your telemetry. If you want to know what your indicated airspeed is, your altitude. I don't know if I can do it yet. I'm still learning a little bit about Navigraph, about certain components of how to display it. But I'm hoping someone's going to tell me that I can float this window, that I can float that. I don't know if I can. Nice.
American 106, contact New York Center on 133.2.
Switching to New York Center, 133.2, American 106.
Hawaiian 97, Oakland Center, good morning.
Copa 265, just to maintain, almost 250.
Sinceramente, flight level 250, Copa 265.
Beautiful out here. I'm all alone. The one thing I have learned too is flying in Nevada and around all these places in these mountainous regions at night when you don't have a light anywhere is creepy. It's awful. And I have learned the hard way about what the proper way is to fly at nighttime. I have trusted my senses a little bit too much, more than the instruments before, and that did not end well. So I've learned all kinds of things, in particular with a simulator. That looks neat. Just textures and everything look really good. We have a turn coming up there on this waypoint that comes up in about 25 nautical miles, that begins to turn us in for the airport. Get us ready for approach. Better idea of what that looks like. So you look at this right here where we are. We're getting ready to take a turn that'll take us at about 120. We're currently at 73.07, heading of 73, but we'll be at 120, and begin to to set us up to get to the airport. I think too, but based on our trajectory right now, though,
United
coming in
567,
on
reduce
26
speed
left,
to 230 knots for
we'll get to
sequencing.
where we're going to have to take a
Moving to
basically
230 knots, United 567.
take a turn. We'll take a kind of an extreme turn to get us set up for the runway, and that will happen around Bourbon. Once we're at Redon, Bourbon. When we hit Shan, we should be completely at our 259, bearing of 259 heading, and not far from the airport. Shan takes us, that's we're probably about 11, 12 miles from the airport. No, I wouldn't make a good weather guy, sorry. Right, we're about 81 miles from the top of descent. 80 miles, 80 nautical miles. I'm really hoping that VNAV can kind of guide us down. So far what we've done in preparation for our descent is we've reviewed our charts. We're set to our frequency, our VNAV frequency, 111.5. Our landing lights don't come in play under 10,000. The one thing I forgot to set our engines back to off once we hit the top of the climb. Once we got to and if I would have been stringently following my checklist, I would have had that done. But just so you know, yeah, usually once you hit your top of your cruise altitude, switch these back to off, because there's unless you're in extreme weather or you're in really bad weather, something that would be necessary for you to maybe keep those in a position where if you had a flame out, something happened, you can get them started. I had something happen on a flight before this one.
United 771 contact approach on 126.45.
In fact, that was a flight that was DC.
Switching to 126.45, United 771.
No, I'm sorry. It was Charlotte to DC. I was descending, and at about 19,000, I just lost both engines completely. And then I started looking and starting my procedures to restart, realizing what have I done wrong. And I had both electronic pump, our hydraulic pumps were off, and I'm going to make a presumption that maybe it had something to do with that. But I went ahead and reactivated the hydraulic pumps, got everything set, went back to engine start, my settings for checklist for start, and got the engine started. And in the course of that too, you have to, one of the first things you have to do is you've got to get your APU up and running, so that you can you want to keep cruise on if you can. At least I did. I kept cruise control on in the settings while I was trying to get the engine started back. But we made it. Yeah, we're here. But we got engine started back. We were able to land without a lot of hoo-ha in the passenger area. They would have known something was wrong because we lost a little bit of altitude a little quicker than we expected. But overall, it actually went fairly well. I mean, the restart. It was a good test. It was good practice to have that happen, because I think I've had it happen about 6 times, and you just have to breathe and start your checklist. Go back and say, okay, what do I need to have set? Packs off, APU up, everything set, and then from there get the engines back and working. Once again, there's a whole lot going on, and there are a lot of pilots out there that have been through it. Know a whole lot more about this than I do. Probably can teach me quite a bit. So if you've got comments you want to make about that, is there something I'm missing about that? But I guess the biggest thing I keep going back to is when something happens and you're assessing, you're trying to figure out exactly what it is, go to the checklist and just stick to the checklist. And I'm trying to get in a good habit of doing that. Okay, so we just got the VNAV says that if we want to start our descent now, we can. And we're at about 40. We'll be at about 39 miles from our top of descent in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and bring down our fasten seatbelt signs. Caroline, if you can, go ahead and have everyone fasten seatbelts. We're getting ready to descend.
Bravo Charlie, remain clear of restricted area 2503.
Remaining clear of restricted area 2503, Mooney 567, Bravo Charlie.
Starting our descent shortly. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Brian, can you get clearance to descend?
I'll request clearance to descend now.
Oakland Center, Allegiant 90, requesting clearance to begin descent.
Allegiant 90, descend via Cocktail 4 for the ILSY runway 26 left approach into Las Vegas via Bearbin altimeter 30.37.
Okay, make sure our altimeter is set. Shape there. And we will stay on standard, I think, till around usually I think it's 17 to 18,000. But we will monitor this right here. That's the one thing I think I do like about the 777s and the more modern airlines, and that's the fact they take care of all that. They have to pay as close attention to that. It automatically does it. You just have to monitor it. Weather's just cold, but I don't see a lot of bad weather activity out here in Nevada.
Allegiant 90, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625.
Switching to Los Angeles Center on 124.625. Allegiant 90.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and are now
Los
beginning our
Angeles
approach
Center,
to Las
Allegiant
Vegas.
90, morning. We're
Please
descending
return
through
to
flight
your
level
seats, stow your
290.
tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of lavatories is no longer permitted at this time. Thank you for your cooperation.
Southwest 280, continue climb to flight level 290. Continuing climb to flight level 290, Southwest 280.
Alright, I'm gonna switch this over to standard, Alpha standard back to our regular setting. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Looks like I didn't bust anybody's eardrums. That's the goal.
Descend via cocktail 4 for the ILS Yankee runway 26 left approach via Burpin, Allegiant 90.
Notice they didn't give us an altitude restriction. They just told us to go descend by the way of a cocktail approach, which I like a whole lot better. Same token, this is you really have to monitor your altitudes here. That's why it's so important everything's set correctly. Because you've got them mountains here. You got mountains to worry with. Mountains are very unforgiving. Very. Currently we're heading toward our next waypoint, about 4 miles from Tiburon. Here's a view. We've just begun that our turn into Las Vegas. You see that? There. There's cocktail when it talks about cocktail approach. It's right there. I'm not pulling out a bottle of something here. No, that's cocktail. That's cocktail approach.
Allegiant 90, Oakland Center, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625.
Switching to Los Angeles Center on 124.625. Allegiant 90. Los Angeles Center, Allegiant 90, morning, descending through flight level 260.
Let's monitor how we're doing on our descent. So we're at currently at 250, and the goal is let's see at the RL we're going to be. We've got 11 nautical miles to be down
approach on 125.35. Good day.
Schedule. By the time we hit cocktail, our transition altitude
Good day, JetBlue 945.
At around
Janet 97, Los Angeles Center, good morning, Indian Springs, altimeter 30.15.
Be reducing speed to 250.
Center United 739er, climbing to flight level 260.
United 739, Los Angeles Center, good morning.
On this flight, by the way, I was supposed to be start by the Allegiant Airlines has an ACAR uses an ACARS app. I forget. That's one thing I did forget. I was talking so much, I forgot to start it. Yep. So it won't track this flight. So that's all right. I'll go back and redo the flight later. I'll just enjoy the time with y'all. It looks like pretty uneventful flight so far. descent looks good. Our rate of descent looks good. Here. Our vertical descent, you see where we are right now. It's like manageable for the passengers. That's good. That's very good. And it's making adjustments for me. And that's nice right now. So it's making the adjustments necessary for us to hit our marks as we come down. It will let me know also too if it's necessary, if it needs some help with braking. If it looks like we need to be careful on braking, it will let me know. What is our speed? Our ground speed right now, by the way, is we're kicking it, but we don't have to be down to 250. Right? Yeah, well, yeah, we do need to start getting there. So we may need to give it some help. Let's say you on that speed. VNAV wants us at 250, so it looks like we are kind of inching down. It's good. We are at 210 right now.
Delta 246 climb and maintain flight level 320. Climbing to flight level 320, Delta 246.
Maintain flight level 370, United 232.
United 232, climb and maintain flight level 370, approved.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, United 232.
Notice this is where you have to be so careful. Your descent has to really be precision, because look, you've got nothing but mountains. You don't want to come down too soon. You're at an elevation, a mean sea level elevation of about 2,000, and you just got to be so careful. And I've learned that through nighttime flying. Stick to the script. So don't get crazy with that. If you're trying to descend and you're in a really nighttime situation, be careful, because there's no forgiveness in this mountain right there, none whatsoever. Not Jesus. Right, we're at 190. We're at Zilda. We're 8.5 miles for Zilda, and I think we're doing fairly well. I might need to start giving it some help here. Yeah, I really wanted to leave it on VNAV, let VNAV carry this for me, but I think we need some help. Not quite getting there where we need to be, because we're at 19,000 now, and he's kind of holding at 19. Yeah, we need some help. Well, it looks like, wait, I'm not giving up on him yet. That is our our descent to 2100 is that half moon, or a half smile, upside down smile. And based on our descent
FedEx
right
101
now,
Heavy, reduce speed to 280 knots for sequencing.
because I have to factor
Going to
into
280
that
knots, FedEx 101
descent.
Heavy.
You're looking at the descent. Looks like, well, that you're going beyond your path, but that's our turnaround path. That's bringing us back around. VNAV might be right on target here. I think, based on what I'm seeing here, I think we might be in better shape than I thought. Good job, VNAV. Throw you a fish. Good. Here's a cookie. Yeah, I think, well, good job. You see it, and it's I see it coming in a little bit, but good job. Once again, we have to factor in there are mountains out there.
Allegiant 90, Los Angeles Center, contact Las Vegas approach on 119.775.
Switching to Las Vegas approach on 119.775, Allegiant 90. Las Vegas approach, Allegiant 90 morning, descending through 17,000 feet.
Allegiant 90, Las Vegas approach, good morning. Las Vegas altimeter 30.38, expect the ILSY runway 26 left approach into Las Vegas via Fairvin.
Altimeter 3038, expect ILS Yankee runway 26 left via Fairvin. Allegiant 90.
Alright, we've got us, so far everything's as planned. That's great. It's great. It's great. And we're at 250. We're ready. Okay, there it's speed's retarded there. That's good. I'm gonna leave that out. Speed brake is armed. Good job there. We're managing our speed, we're managing our descent. I'm sorry, it's the little things for me. But everything looks good. Everything looks good so far. Good job.
714 Lima, cleared for the visual on 8 left, maintain 90 knots.
Cleared visual 8 left, 90 knots, 714 Lima.
We didn't come down too early and find these. That's good. Got some more mountain crest there, but once again, we're on the right descent path. Boy, it feels much better. See the airport? Sin City, Las Vegas. So far we're looking good. Okay. Our speed's going to be, we're diminishing down to 210. And this is where I am going to leave the speed brake armed, go to flaps 5. We're still not quite under 10,000, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up our landing lights. Seat belts are on. Engines have been on the entire descent. And there we go. There we have it. Beautiful. We'll be coming in on runway 26 left. That's just, even Reed International, it's just so spread out, the airport itself.
Captain, cabin is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Las Vegas. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seatbelts are fastened. Once we land, Allegiant Air Staff will provide you with information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation.
We're going to be coming in, I think, at flaps 30, 149 knots is, that is. So is that going to be okay? Yeah.
Allegiant 90, descend and maintain 5,000 cleared via Bearbin for runway 26 left.
Descend and maintain 5,000. Cleared via Bearbin for runway 26 left. Allegiant 90.
Bonanza 773 Delta Echo traffic at 1 o'clock, 3 miles eastbound, altitude unknown.
Looking for traffic 773 Delta Echo.
Won't take us down. Come on, let's go. Let's get down.
Allegiant 90, cleared for the ILS runway 26 left approach.
Cleared for the ILS 26 left approach. Allegiant 90.
This is one of the first times, I think, at this particular airport that I have not intervened on the VNAV, and I'm really, we want to see it. I love seeing it take me down. It's doing a good job. It's got us down to 174. Once again, these are the. Eventually I'll take over the speed. But it's doing a great job. It's doing a wonderful job by itself. Good job. We're at 5 flaps right now. Speed brake is armed. 5 flaps. And we're about to, once we get under 5,000, I'll probably go ahead and go to 15, flaps 15. I'm about to put the landing gear out and create some additional drag. Just increase flaps by 10. Lose a lot more altitude here. We are at a heading of 350, moving around. Looks good. Speed looks great. Good job.
Singapore Airlines 326, contact departure on 126.9er, have a good flight.
Switching to 126.9er, thanks. Singapore Airlines 326.
Mooney 337. Roger, proceed direct to North Las Vegas Airport. Contact North Las Vegas Tower on 125.7 when inbound.
Time to stay on, get on this glide path.
Allegiant 90, contact Las Vegas Tower on 118.75.
Switching to Las Vegas Tower on 118.75, Allegiant 90. Las Vegas Tower, Allegiant 90 morning. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 26 left.
Allegiant 90, Las Vegas Tower, roger. Continue approach for runway 26 left. Allegiant 90, Las Vegas Tower, winds 190 at 3, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Runway 26 left, cleared to land, Allegiant 90.
Alright, we'll see if it gave us enough room right now. I think we might make it.
$2,500.
Got it. Okay, now we're going to activate Command B. And we've got the ILS. We'll catch your ILS. We're in great shape there. Great job. Okay, great job. I'm going to come with some more flaps. Let's check our flaps.
1,000.
We're at flaps 30 as planned. Good. I am going to decrease our speed a little bit more.
500. 400.
We're at 139 knots.
200.
Skyline 422 Alpha Mike cleared for takeoff, runway 33, fly straight out. Cleared for takeoff, runway 33, flying straight out, Skyline 422 Alpha Mike. Raven 1, contacting departure, see ya.
Activated reversers.
500 Echo to Las Vegas Tower. Good evening.
Allegiant 90, welcome to Las Vegas. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Contacting ground on 121.9er, Allegiant 90. Las Vegas ground, Allegiant 90 morning. We've cleared runway 26 left and are ready to taxi to the gate.
Allegiant 90, Las Vegas ground, taxi to B20 via Alpha 5, Alpha 6, cross runway 08 left, then Bravo 7. Have a good day.
B20 via Alpha 5, Alpha 6, cross 08 left, then Bravo 7. Allegiant 90.
Oh, what a landing, eh? I hope you all enjoyed that little bounce. Welcome to Las Vegas, everyone.
Break.
The weather here is a cool 6 degrees Celsius
nice
with scattered
landing.
clouds at 25,000 feet and no precipitation, so it should be a lovely day for you. Thank you for flying with Allegiant Air. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain Steve Good, First Officer Brian Song, and the entire crew, including Jake, Emily, Ryan, and Sarah, we wish you a fantastic time in Las Vegas and a Happy New Year 2025.
I totally botched that on approach, like into the language. I'm going to do something that you're never supposed to do. Ignore this. I am using reverse thrusters. I'm not supposed to. Fussed out. Yeah, ignore that part. You're not supposed to do that.
And Learjet 333 Lima Julia, taxi to runway 16 via taxiways Hotel and Mike. Taxiing to runway 16 via Hotel and Mike Learjet 333 Lima Juliet.